Stephen Hawking, A Mind Beyond Limits. Quotes that made the world reflect. Stephen Hawking's life is one of the most inspiring and extraordinary tales of the human spirit triumphing over physical limitations. Diagnosed with ALS at the age of 21 and given a prognosis that he had just a few years to live, Hawking defied those odds and lived for over 5 decades. But it wasn't just the number of years he lived that made his life remarkable. It was the way he lived. Despite the progressive paralysis of his body, he explored the universe, reshaped our understanding of physics, and gave the world an example of perseverance, intelligence, and humor in the face of adversity. Join our community of thinkers. Subscribe for daily motivational quotes. Hawking was more than just a scientist. He was a philosopher, a communicator, and a symbol of hope for those who faced life's most difficult challenges. His quotes, filled with deep wisdom and practical advice, continue to resonate with people worldwide. These words are not just theoretical. They come from a man who had experienced the fragility of life and chosen to make every day count. However difficult life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. Hawking's refusal to give up in the face of ALS is a powerful narrative of resilience. This quote isn't just something he said. It's something he lived. When doctors told him that he would not survive beyond a few years, he turned the idea of survival into something more than just staying alive. He thrived intellectually, contributing significantly to theoretical physics, writing best-selling books, and inspiring countless others to pursue their dreams despite hardships. In this section, we can explore the importance of purpose in life. How do we define success when we face insurmountable odds? This could involve interviews with psychologists and experts who discuss the importance of finding meaning in adversity and how Hawking's life serves as a model for perseverance. Intelligence is the ability to adapt to change. In this world of constant change, where technology and societal norms evolve rapidly, Hawking's adaptability was a key to his survival and success. His body was deteriorating, but his mind remained sharp and flexible. He adapted to every new challenge with the same intellectual curiosity that had driven him to make breakthroughs in cosmology and quantum mechanics. This quote could be expanded to include case studies of other individuals who adapted successfully to personal or professional challenges. By diving deeper into the nature of intelligence, we can explore how emotional intelligence, adaptability, and creative thinking are as important as raw cognitive power in thriving amid change. Life would be tragic if it weren't funny. Stephen Hawking was known for his wit. He had a unique ability to laugh at his circumstances and to find humor even in the darkest times. His appearances on TV shows like The Simpsons and The Big Bang Theory showcased his ability to poke fun at himself and the world around him. This humor was not a denial of pain, it was a way of transcending it. This section could explore the role of humor in mental health, drawing on studies that show how laughter and a positive attitude can mitigate stress and improve overall well-being. We can also delve into Hawking's public persona and how his humor made him more accessible and relatable to the public, despite his academic credentials. Look up at the stars and not down at your feet. Hawking, as an astrophysicist, spent his life looking outward, towards the stars, the cosmos, the universe. His advice is more than just about stargazing. It's about fostering a mindset that focuses on the larger picture. In our daily struggles, it's easy to become bogged down by the mundane. But Hawking encourages us to dream beyond what we see around us. This could expand into a discussion about the importance of perspective in facing life's challenges. How does looking at the bigger picture help us cope with everyday stress? Insights from philosophers, as well as Hawking's own personal reflections on the universe, could enrich this section. My expectations were reduced to 0 when I was 21. Everything since then has been a bonus. At 21, when Hawking was diagnosed with ALS, he had no expectations for the future. But life gave him decades more. His perspective on life became one of gratitude for every additional moment, every new discovery, and every milestone that he exceeded. This attitude is one that many people with chronic illnesses or terminal conditions have adopted to find joy and fulfillment. In this section, we can explore how people facing life-threatening conditions, like Hawking, find a new appreciation for life. We could also delve into the philosophy of existentialism and how it aligns with Hawking's views on living in the moment. The greatest enemy of knowledge is not ignorance. It is the illusion of knowledge. Hawking's disdain for arrogance and presumption in science led him to value humility above all. He was constantly questioning and challenging assumptions, whether in science or in everyday life. The idea that ignorance can be combated with curiosity is a powerful theme in his work. We could expand on the concept of intellectual humility, discussing how being open to new ideas and embracing the unknown is essential to scientific discovery and personal growth. This section could include insights from other prominent thinkers who emphasize the importance of curiosity and self-reflection. Work gives you meaning and purpose, and life is empty without it. Hawking never stopped working. His condition may have restricted his physical mobility, but it never restricted his mental energy. Work, for him, wasn't just about earning a living, it was about fulfillment. This perspective could inspire those in all fields to find meaning in their work, no matter the circumstances. This section could explore the concept of flow and how engaging in meaningful work, whether physical or intellectual, gives people a sense of purpose. Case studies of people who have found purpose despite disabilities or limitations could illustrate this point. We are just an advanced breed of monkeys on a minor planet of a very average star. But we can understand the universe. That makes us something very special. Hawking's view of humanity was one of awe and humility. We are insignificant in the grand scheme of the cosmos, yet we possess the ability to understand it, an ability that makes us remarkable. This could be expanded into a discussion about the nature of human existence. Why do we seek to understand the universe? What does this quest say about us as a species? Philosophical reflections, coupled with Hawking's own views on humanity's place in the universe, would make this section compelling. Be curious. Curiosity was the engine of Hawking's mind. His relentless questioning and exploration led him to some of the most groundbreaking theories in modern physics. This quote could be expanded into a larger discussion about the importance of curiosity in intellectual growth, personal development, and even happiness. This section could involve interviews with educators, scientists, and thought leaders about the role curiosity plays in innovation and discovery. It could also highlight examples of curious minds throughout history who made transformative contributions to society. Try to make sense of what you see and wonder about what makes the universe exist. Be curious. This quote is a perfect summary of Hawking's philosophy. It's a call to action, to look beyond the surface of things and to wonder about the deeper truths of existence. This section could explore not just the scientific aspects of Hawking's work, but also the philosophical and spiritual questions he grappled with. We could also include a discussion on how to cultivate curiosity in everyday life, as well as examples of how asking the right questions can lead to breakthroughs in both personal and professional realms. Conclusion: the legacy of Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking's life was a testament to the power of the human spirit, the importance of curiosity, and the unyielding pursuit of knowledge. His quotes continue to inspire not just scientists, but anyone who faces adversity. They remind us that no matter the challenges we face, there is always something we can do, and in doing so, we contribute to the vastness of the universe in our own way. His legacy is not just in the equations he developed or the books he wrote. It is in the way he lived, with courage, curiosity, humor, and humility. And it is in the way his words continue to echo across generations, urging us all to keep going, keep questioning, and never stop looking up at the stars. By expanding each section with deeper reflections, quotes, personal anecdotes, and broader discussions on human resilience, intelligence, and purpose, the article could reach the desired word count while maintaining the richness and depth of Hawking's life and teachings. Michael was a retired mechanic in his early 70s. A few years ago, he suffered a severe stroke that left the right side of his body paralyzed. For a long time, he sat by the window in silence, watching others live life as he slowly gave up on his own. But one spring morning, his granddaughter placed a small pot with a single marigold on his windowsill. "It needs sun and someone to care for it," she said with a shy smile. Michael looked at the fragile flower. He couldn't move much, but with his left hand, he began watering it each morning. Slowly, he asked for more pots. With help, they placed wooden planters along his windowsill. Then outside on the porch. He learned to grow herbs, then tomatoes. Every small success, a sprout, a leaf, a bloom, lifted something heavy inside him. Over the next year, Michael turned his tiny porch into a lush mini-garden. Neighbors stopped by to ask for tips. His granddaughter brought her friends to see Grandpa's garden. He even taught others online how to garden with one hand, becoming part of a support group for stroke survivors. He couldn't fix engines anymore, but he discovered something else he could do. Something meaningful, something beautiful. He succeeded in giving life not just to plants but to his spirit.